Wake that ass up. Early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, this weekend was All-Star Weekend out in Indiana. There was a lot of stuff going on. Of course, the slam dunk contest. There was the three-point contest. Steph Curry had the shootout contest. It was the first ever men versus women. Steph Curry won 29-26. Damian Lillard won the three-point contest. Who won the dunk contest?
Mack McClung.
Okay.
Did y'all see that double clap on the ball that he did? I've never seen that before in my life.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
That was the first round. Yes, he did. He double clapped it. I was like it was some cheeks.
She texted me that this weekend. I said, who sent you that? Your son?
No, I watched it.
Your son told you that?
No, my son don't even be on basketball. He like football.
Okay.
Yes.
In the All-Star game, the West loses. The East won 211-186. Damian Lillard also got the MVP honors. He scored 39 points.
Yeah, I don't know what the All-Star game needs to be more exciting. You know, as far as the game, it probably just needs some sort of stakes, like maybe the winning team gets home court advantage in the NBA Finals. As far as the dunk contest, I don't think the dunk contests are going to get better until, human beings are able to do more things with their body while they're in the air. You know what I'm saying?
They did. Well, at the Universal Soul Circus, I've seen better creativity with slam dunks. But
you got to still do that with a ball in your hand. You know what I'm saying? What you're saying is true.
No, yeah.
You need to be able to do stuff like that and hold the ball and dunk it.
Right.
Well, Stephen A. Smith blames the whack dunk contest on LeBron James.
Oh, my God.
That's what he said.
LeBron James is directly responsible for ruining the slam dunk contest.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes, he is. Thank you. Yes, he is. Because when we're talking about the slam dunk contest from 1985 to 1997, 5 of the 13 slam dunk contests were won by future Hall of Famers Jordan twice, Dominique Wilkins twice, Kobe once. Michael Jordan participated in the contest 3 times. Dominique Wilkins 5 times. Every high jumper, every skywalker, every above the rim talent salivated for the opportunity to compete in the slam dunk contest. It stopped when LeBron James said, I'm not doing it. And from that point forward, the stars who followed didn't feel compelled to prioritize a slam dunk contest.
He's not wrong, but he's not all the way
He's
right
not the
either.
full reason. We'd have loved to see LeBron do the slam dunk contest, but he's not the reason.
Well, yeah, it's nuance to that. He's saying that LeBron is responsible for stars feeling like they don't have to compete in the slam dunk contest anymore. But he's not responsible for the slam dunk contest, being whack. I think that the slam dunk contest is kind of whack just because the human body isn't physically capable of doing certain things.
I don't think
it's kind of peaked a little bit.
Yeah, well, some of these people that don't play in the NBA, if you ever see their videos of them doing wild dunks, they're still doing wild stuff.
Like, I've seen it before.
They're still doing wild stuff.
They probably, their body, I don't know, they put them in the slam dunk contest then.
Yeah.
Well, also, we have Teslin Figueroa on the line. We had some technical difficulties connecting her this morning, but she's on the phone lines. Good morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ Envy. Good morning, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy.
Good morning, girl.
Let's jump right into Charlamagne on ABC.
Yes, our own Charlamagne the Guy was featured on ABC News this weekend on a show called This Week. Now, he had all the major cable news chiming in on his comments this weekend. Let's go to ABC News because I want you guys to know why they thought it was important to hear from Charlamagne. Take a listen.
He's one of the most influential voices in morning radio.
Yep, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the Guy, Jess Hilarious. I don't know where the hell Envy is at.
Also a television personality, podcast host, and New York Times bestselling author. His interviews with pop stars and politicians making viral moments like this.
So what's something that you always carry with you?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Are you getting information right now?
Leonard McKelvey, known to America as Charlamagne the God, has built his following on charisma, comedy, and blunt questions.
What was you thinking earlier this year when you got caught cheating in Vegas?
Hey, brother,
Mr.
listen.
Irresponsible.
In the last presidential election, the Breakfast Club became a must-stop for Democratic candidates. With an average of more than 6 million monthly listeners, candidates sought to appeal to its younger, diverse audience.
Salute to Jonathan Carr for those kind words.
And salute to you.
Thank you.
Salute to you. Shout out to Charlamagne. And so I want to ask you, Charlamagne, so Jonathan Carl, who you just mentioned, who interviewed you, the first question that he asked him, there was a lot of things that you got into. The interview was actually 9 minutes, I believe 13 seconds. And the first thing he asked you was you kind of categorized this year as an election between the crooks, the cowards, and the couch. Break that down for us and what that means.
Oh, like I always say, 2024 is going to be you're either going to vote for the Republicans, who are the crooks, the Democrats, who are the cowards because they don't fight for nothing, or people are just going to choose to stay at home on the couch. And, the way things are looking right now, I think the couch is going to win. I don't know who that's going to benefit by people staying home. But, it looks to me like the couch is going to win this year. People are not enthused. Mm-hmm. They're not energized by this upcoming election at all.
Mm-hmm. And you also talked about how the election was between Trump, who you said was a threat to democracy, versus Joe Biden as an uninspiring candidate. Mm-hmm. What did you mean by that? Because a lot of people went in one direction. It was so interesting watching how people broke down your commentary. People kind of pick and choose, what you're talking about. So break those down on how you.
I don't know how that's even rocket science to anybody. You saw a guy, lead an attempted coup of this country. Mm-hmm. You've heard a guy say that, you should terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. Mm-hmm. You've seen a guy, put people on the Supreme Court who are rolling back people's, civil rights, their civil liberties. I don't see how that's rocket science for anybody to understand. That is a clear threat to democracy versus somebody who's just born. So,
All right. Well, that is
choose wisely.
That is front page news. And we'll have Tez with us again next hour. Now, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up. Early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. What's up, Tez?
What's going on, DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God.
Hey, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Let's jump right into it. Let's talk about the suspect who fatally shot two officers.
Yeah, an update on that story. Now, the man who fatally shot two Minnesota police officers and a first responder over the weekend, he was actually prohibited from owning a firearm. Let's go to NBC to break down what happened in that shooting. I'll give you some more information on the other side.
Outside the Burnsville, Minnesota police station, balloons, flowers, and embraces, as this community mourns the three first responders killed early Sunday.
They put their lives on the line every day for us. Everybody is hurting right now.
Police officers Paul Elmstrand, Matthew Ruge, both 27, and 40-year-old firefighter paramedic Adam Finseth were shot while responding to a domestic violence incident.
We are heartbroken.
Tonight, the county medical examiner confirming the man responsible for their deaths is 38-year-old Shannon Cortez Gooden. Police say it began at 1:50 Sunday morning with the 911 call reporting a man was armed and barricaded inside a home. Officers arrived and began negotiating with him, later learning there were 7 children inside, ages 2 to 15.
Yeah, so really unfortunate story with that, especially with those children inside. But the key to this is, guys, we always talk about these shootings and if they were allowed to have a gun or not. And in this particular case, Shannon Gooding, he was permitted by state law from possessing a firearm after he was convicted of second-degree assault in 2007. And what's even further interesting about this story, in 2020, his attorney attempted to reverse that. He called it a very harsh ban, arguing that it was good. He had good cause to do so, and that he was not a dangerous criminal or a potential risk to the community. So we find that to not be true, according to what happened this weekend. So again, unfortunate that those first responders lost their life. In fact, one was responding. He was actually administering first aid when he was shot as well and killed. So very unfortunate incident that happened with that.
Yeah, rest in peace to those. They're police officers, right?
2 officers, 1 first responder. Yep.
Yeah, rest in peace to those police officers and that first responder. I mean, that is what so many officers, fear, right? Getting killed in the line of duty, and the same way we don't want to see innocent civilians, getting killed just randomly, doing routine things. You don't want to see that happen to police officers either. So rest in peace to those 2 officers.
Yeah, absolutely, and it always goes to they talk about the firearm laws and people owning firearms. But like I always said, the criminals don't care about the firearm laws regardless. If they want a firearm, they're going to buy a firearm. Yeah. So a lot of times these laws and these things that they do are for people that's trying to protect themselves. But the criminal don't care about your law. The criminal don't care about how much time they're going to get. If they want to commit a crime or do something like this, they're going to take a firearm. He wasn't permitted to have a firearm, and he got one anyway.
Well, they about to bury that man under the jail. Mm-hmm. I mean,
well, no, he passed away. No, he passed away. Yes.
Oh,
sir.
Okay. When he killed himself, or they killed him?
He was shot. It was and I don't want to give misinformation. But because it was a shootout, from what I'm reading from NBC, it doesn't say what bullet came from where. The story is still developing, but it was a shootout. So we don't know if it was maybe he's shooting at them or them shooting at him or vice versa, but they did not confirm that. I'm assuming it obviously came, probably from them shooting at him. But yeah, he passed away.
Jesus, those 7 children though.
Yeah. Now let's jump right into Trump.
Yeah, I want to give you an update over President. We obviously were all for President's Day. Want to give you an update on former President Donald Trump. On Friday, he was found liable for conspiring to manipulate his net worth and ordering him to pay a penalty of nearly $355 million plus interest. Let's go to CBS for the report.
The former president ordered to pay more than $350 million and banned from running a business in New York or applying for loans in the state for 3 years. His 2 sons each fined $4 million and barred from doing business in New York for 2 years, thrusting the leadership of the family company into peril.
Being prohibited from doing business in your home state or the state where you have so many properties and so many business activities is an absolutely devastating sanction.
But is it though? I mean, his sons can't run it, but he has daughters. I'm sure he has other, people on his team that can run it. Is it that bad?
Bro, he got a $354 million fine.
I'm talking about the fact that he's running the thing. But he's going to appeal the fine.
Them businesses, man.
But he's going to appeal a $350,000 fine.
And that's on top of what? Fine. That's on top of the other, what was it? How much he had to pay that woman?
Yeah, let's deal with this appeal though, because you mentioned he's going to appeal it, which doesn't matter. So before he can appeal the verdict, Trump will still have to post a bond or pledge assets equal to the verdict plus 9% of a post-judgment interest. So there's a lot of conversations like, oh, well, he'll just appeal it. Yeah, well, you still got to put that money up though, because they want to make sure that in case that appeal doesn't go through, that the state gets their money. There's also some conversation, Charlamagne, about, oh, well, he'll just get bankruptcy. So let me just address that quickly. He's going in order. Let me go back to the appeal. In order to appeal, he'll also have to pay a non-refundable fee of about $18 million just to obtain the bond. He have to put up some collateral, and to address the bankruptcy question. That Trump organization, even if it declares bankruptcy, the organization, he still would have to pay that fee. Now, if he personally declares bankruptcy, then the judge could possibly pause it, but they said that's unlikely to happen as well. So to answer your question, Charlamagne, $355 million penalty comes from this, but then also you're talking about the $88 million that is owed to E. Jean Carroll from another case.
Yeah, he's
he's
over $500 million in legal debts.
That's correct.
Over $500 million in legal debts.
And what is Trump worth? What do they say his net worth is? What is he worth? Do we know?
Let me look it up, because it did say on here about his net worth, but I don't think it's.
Hey, he ain't got $500 million lying around to pay no legal debts. Right, that much I know. Right. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Donald Trump might be the toughest white man that ever lived. Because most white men would have killed themselves a long time ago if they was in this kind of debt. I mean, they'd have been jumping off buildings, jumping off bridges, goggling with bullets. They would have been like, think about how white people on Wall Street just kill themselves when they get this kind of debt. This man got $500 million in debt, and he out here selling sneakers.
Yeah, he's selling sneakers. That's so loud.
$399. Go sneakers.
Yeah, them sneakers are reselling for. I seen somewhere $8,000 on some of them sites.
Savage, man.
Yeah. Now to answer your question, Envy, he is estimated again $2.6 billion, but we don't know how much that is cash, assets, right. So again, when we just look at it, there's also some additional. He's at, like you said, Charlamagne, half $1 billion at this point. There's some additional fines here just to cover this story along, guys. It really does. It's almost like a part-time job, because there's other fees that I'm not mentioning here on other fines that he's had with these other cases. He has the Stormy Daniels cases coming up, so you got legal fees with that. So it's a lot. It's pretty damaging, I would say.
Toughest white man that ever lived. Average white man would have killed himself a long time ago.
Jesus.
Average white person would have killed themselves a long time ago if they had that kind of debt. Okay.
And remember, he can't apply for loans. So whereas this 18, some of this money, where you might normally assume somebody would get a loan, he won't be able to do that as well. So
Lord have mercy.
His supporters say they got it. So I guess they'll be buying these sneakers at the low price of $399. You too can get your own gold sneakers, and I guess maybe they can go towards paying some of the fees.
Plot twist, we're going to find out Kanye West designed those sneakers.
I was very safe. Kanye probably did that.
And that is front page news.
Oh, and that guy, he did kill himself. The guy we was talking about earlier, his name,
the shooter.
Yeah, his name was
Shannon. Okay, they confirmed
Shannon Gooden. Yeah, he died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Okay.
Yes. Well, thank you for that update. I know NBC didn't say who, and I don't want to put that out there. So thank you, Charlamagne, for that update.
All right. Thank you, Tez.
And make sure you follow at Teslin Figaro on all social media platforms and subscribe to Teslin Figaro's podcast, The Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.